How are you? This is my very first live on TikTok. I'm excited. I figured I'd do a live reading and we'll just kind of chit chat a little bit about spirituality and whatever pops up. I don't know if you guys can write comments. I don't know. That'll be an interesting question to ask at a later time. I probably should have asked it now. I'm using probably my most favorite deck in the world, the Archangel Power Tarot cards. I love this deck. This is actually the first deck I used when I did my first reading, so that's probably why I really embraced it. If you're interested in getting a reading from me, fantastic. You can check out my, I think I might have a link on my bio, don't know, but if not, go to KarenBarno.com and you'll see a thing called card readings. Feel free to sign up and get one. They're only $77 and it's 45 minutes really. I'm a talker, so they usually go a little bit longer than that, you know, but they're really insightful because I think of myself more as an intuitive guide. You know, for instance, I did a reading on somebody that was not really into readings at all, my hair guy, and he was like, oh yeah, I kind of like him, but not too much. And I've done 3 or 4 for him now, and he's really starting to see how cards reveal to you what you don't necessarily want to see. They reveal the truth, and sometimes we don't want to see the truth. So I'm just shaking our cards up. So ask yourself a question. I'll do a 3-card spread, which is a past, present, future card. So kind of sit there and ask yourself a question. And, you know, if you just happened on this page, then obviously you're supposed to be here for a question. So just kind of check it out. Think of a good question for a past, present, future. And then typically what I do when I do a real reading with, you know, customers or clients, I spread the card out and then you hover your hand over the card and you let them pick out the cards. A lot of readers pick out the cards themselves, and that's not right because it's their card, so it's their energy that needs to pick it up. I mean, we're in an energetic universe, especially now. 2021 the energy is frenzied. The energy is all over right now. That's why, I mean, I talked about my spiritual cleanse a couple weeks ago. You know, and it's kind of weird how this is happening because last week I was sicker than a dog. This week on Sunday, yesterday, my dog came in, hit my knee, and I don't know if I tore my MCL or what I've done to it, but I have to have an MRI. So you kind of, when things like that happen, like back to back to back, take time and ask yourself why. You know, are there commonalities? And for this, there are. I mean, when I was sick, I was unable to really do anything. I was, you know, just flat on my back. And now with my knee, I'm not able to do as much. So I don't know if the universe is telling me slow down, if the universe is telling me to reevaluate. But whenever things kind of start stacking up, and they don't necessarily stack up week to week like this, usually you'll see, you know, a couple month pattern and think, what am I missing? So I'm kind of just looking at that. So anyway, I hope you asked yourself your question. So the first card, I'll just swivel my hand over which one. This is for the past in relationship to your question. And it's 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. I love that card. Isn't it magical? And it's saying don't give up on someone you love. So in the past, if you've been dealing, and it could be relationships, you know, people look at this card and they always think romance. It doesn't necessarily have to be romance. It can easily be work. It could be something that you do that you love, something that, you know, keeps you locked in. But again, it can be. And it's hard. Whenever I do a reading, it's always kind of a struggle on the first couple cards. Not a struggle, but you got to kind of get in the flow. Plus, it's a Raphael. Raphael's about dreams, hopes, visions. So that's the first card. Now, the second card, this is your present time. So whatever question you asked, this is now in the present. And I swoosh my hand over. Sometimes I look for a card that isn't a jumper, because a card is when you're shuffling it and it jumps out. Those are called jumpers. Those are the cards you must look at. When I was doing a reading for myself, it's been a couple years, I was walking through the house shuffling the deck. And, you know, I pulled a card and I read it, and I was walking back through the house. I had dropped the card on the floor and it was flipped up, which meant that was the true card. The universe was like, I want you to make sure you see this card. So those are jumpers. So this card, the next one is, and this is the present, also a Raphael, also dreams, hopes. Take the time to make a decision. You have a lot of different decision buckets there. That's the different colors. A lot of times I tell people, look at the color that draws you in. Like if you're drawn in by the blue color, just kind of take time to look at it and just stare at it and think, what is it telling me? What am I supposed to hear? And it's also could be time for a detox. You know, a lot of people had the isolated home last year. You know, I was talking to somebody over the weekend about the 20-pound, used to be the freshman 20 in college. Now I think there's going to be a word called the COVID 20. And she was telling me that she needs a detox. But make the decision and take action. So this card so far is telling you, you know, you want to create something wonderful, do something that you love. Could be with somebody you love or with a partner. And this card is telling you, make a decision. So if you've kind of just been hem-hawing around or thinking, hey, yeah, I kind of want to do this, but I don't know, make the decision to do it. Now, this is the future. This is where we're going to end up down the road. And usually card readings, I mean, when I do them, they're typically 9 months to a year. Sometimes it's, you know, a shortened time frame. These can usually be a month or two. And I'll just reach for that card. And it is a Michael. And Michael's more of a communication, speaking, free yourself. And this is insights that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, relief from stress. So whatever you decide to go with, as far as two hearts dedicated to following your dreams and taking action, be aware that you take care of yourself. Self-care is the most important care there is. That's why when you get on the plane, they tell you to put your mask on first before you put anybody else's on, because they want you to take care of yourself. And I think women, especially women over 50, have been raised that they should take care of the outside world, although I think most women have been raised that they take care and they serve the outside world before they serve them. And you have to get used to serving yourself first, because that's how it goes. If you don't take care of yourself, especially if you're starting your own business or if you're just getting back to work after COVID, you know, everybody's going to start ramping up, working a lot more hours. Stop and breathe. Learn how to meditate. Learn how to just kind of take time to take a breath. And then let's just do a bonus card. We'll just pick a card right here, any card, and see what we get. Oh, it's a MasterCard. Perspective. There's a better way. There's positive reflection. So this has been an interesting card set. And that's what I like about the cards, because you pick random cards, but there's a theme. Follow your dreams, make a decision, do self-care, but also know, dare to be different. Which also so aligns. I had a crazy dream last night. Again, a lot of people are having crazy dreams right now. The universe is sending signs and they come through your dreams. And in the dream, everybody was part of this club. And it was a club I didn't want to be a part of. And I kept telling everybody, I don't want to be in the club. But this other person was trying to get everybody into this club. So I went to who I thought was a mentor and just said, I don't want to be in this club. It doesn't fit who I am. And she's like, well, everybody's in the club. You have to be in the right club. And I woke up thinking, but I don't want to follow what everybody's doing. Dare to be different. That's how the universe works. The universe is also telling me, and that's why I was called to pull another card, because the universe was telling me, dare to be different. It's okay, you guys, to be different. It's okay not to follow the masses. The beauty is always when you're different, when you're unique and not like everybody else. Everybody here has a unique calling. You know, I always get, well, Karen, a lot of people do tarot cards readings. Absolutely, but they don't do it like me. And I have a good friend of mine who talks to the deceased, talks to dead people. Pam Sears, she's on here as well. I don't know if she's on this call, but she has her own page. I don't talk to dead people. She does. And a lot of people do, but she does it very well. Doesn't matter what you do. You could make the best chocolate chip cookies and think, well, I'm not going to make them because a million other people make them. Nobody can make anything like you. You're unique. You're amazing. You're wonderful. Step in and follow your dreams. Don't wait. You know, in my real job, as you can see, Arizona Alpha, in my real job, I'm a CEO of an assisted living association. So I go into senior housing a lot. And I talk to people that are 90, 100, 105 years old. And one of the first things that they'll say to me is what they regret. They regret not taking that trip. They regret not taking that chance, not betting on themselves. Don't be like that. Don't wake up a year from now and be filled with regret. Now, everything happens on perfect time, absolutely for sure, but don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect time. Just get started. You never know until you get started, so just get started. So I hope this helped you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, I think my link is on my bio. If not, I'll pop it up there. But if not, you can go to my website, Karen Barno, if you want a reading from me. I love doing readings. I'm so called to it. Other than that, thanks for joining. I now have to figure out, because this is my first live, how you turn it off. Isn't that fascinating? It doesn't necessarily give you a off button, but it has to be here somewhere, so you guys can watch me as I fiddle the off button. Otherwise, oh, there's questions. How cool! I didn't know that. Look at all the stuff I'm learning. Okay, oh, I can send this places. Okay, I can copy the link. That's cool. What's that? Enhance. Oh, I found it. I found the off button. Okay, first of all, I'm going to send this to. Well, I was going to send it to IG, but it won't let me. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. See? Talk about keeping it real. I let you guys watch me try to find the off button. And that is it. Nope, now I lost the off button. Found it again. Talk to you guys later. If you have any questions, put it in the question